New Carlisle Elementary. I'm Zoe, and we're live streaming from the NC News Studio. Here are your morning announcements. Today's date is Monday, January 27th, and it is D-Day. For lunch today, we're having Bosco steak or a power pack. Now over to Jameson for birthdays and weather.
Happy birthday to Blake H. and Mrs. Heck's class, Bentley F. and Mr. Turner's class, Ainsley F. and Mrs. Heck's class, Jacob R. and Mrs. Kuziak's class. We hope you enjoy your birthday. The weather today will be 28 Fahrenheit, sunny. Hey Zoe, what's the difference between boogers and broccoli? Kids won't eat their broccoli. Now a word from Mrs. Vandenberg.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We are glad you're here today. It's going to be warmer this week. We still need to wear coats. But we might make it outside this week, which is wonderful. I had a few announcements. We're going to start with attendance. With us having a short week last week, we didn't mention the week from before, so we're doing 2 weeks here. So 2 weeks ago, we had Miss Johnson, Miss D. Jones, Mr. Fox, Miss Morrow, Miss Collins, Mrs. Leffel, Mrs. C. Jones, and Miss Lehman. Then this last week, that was our 2-day week, we had Miss Barrett, Mrs. Wells, Mrs. Setterfield, Mrs. Hetzel. 2 in a row here for Miss Johnson and for Mr. Fox. Miss Hillard, 2 in a row for Mrs. Morrow, Mrs. Jenkins, Mrs. Hallway, Mrs. Croxdale, Mrs. Weirheim, Mrs. Alexander, 2 in a row for Mrs. Collins, Mrs. Heck, 2 in a row for Mrs. Leffel, Miss Everhart, and 2 in a row for Miss Lehman and for Miss C. Jones. So that's fantastic, which means last week on our 2-day week, we had 19 classrooms, which is awesome for our awesome attendance. So keep up the good work of coming to school, even if you have a headache or you don't feel the best. You don't always wake up feeling amazing, ready to jump out of bed and come to school, but you need to come every single day. We need to see you here. You've got lots to learn, and it's so much better for your social and academic life when you're coming to school and seeing all your friends. So that is super important. So now we've got this week, so make sure you're coming to school each and every day. I did want to make the announcement about the drawing contest. I think this is the last week for the drawing contest. So it has to be about your favorite season. All of it, your picture and everything on the front page, and your name, grade, and teacher goes on the back. And we put that in for Mrs. Cox. So turn that into Mrs. Cox's mailbox, please. A reminder, the word of the month is self-control. Again, it says self-control is a key factor in achieving success. We can't control everything in our life, but we can control, or definitely control, ourselves. And that's all you're in charge of. You are in charge of yourself. So when we talk about our E plus R equals O, our effort or the event that happens, the response, that's what we are in charge of, our response. And then the outcome comes after that. So the outcome can be good or bad depending on your response. That response piece is this self-control. So be really working on your self-control, please. Our nomination form for self-control for our R Factor will be coming out soon. We're hoping to do our R Factor nominations this Thursday and Friday. So be looking for that nomination form coming out soon and get your students nominated. On to our PBIS. Look at this. We've got 2nd grade, our PBIS good behavior. So following all of our expectations in the building. 2nd grade, are you ready? We've got Sophia, 304. We've got number 18 from 308. We've got Alex. I picked 5, right? We've got Joseph from 309.
Or 2.
Or
8.
or 302 or 308. We've got a Joseph. And we've got a Lillian from 308. So those are our second grade PBIS winners. You'll come down after announcements to pick your prize. We're on to third grade. We've got Allie from 201. We've got Clayton from 206. Olivia from 203. Adeline from 206. And Sophia from 206. On to fourth grade. Alrighty, fourth grade. Stirring them up. We have Elizabeth from 208. Heidi from 208. Jackson from 208. All right, and we've got, did I drop that one?
Yeah.
Heidi again. It's Heidi again.
Aureliana from 208. And Lucas from 207. All right, that was a lot from the same room there. All righty, we're on to fifth grade. I don't know if you can't even see that, can you? You can't. This is fifth grade. Turn them up. All right, we've got Finn from 105, Zoe from 105, Jonathan from 105, and does that say Rory?
Yeah.
Rory from 110. Is that, oh, I get to pick one more. And one more goes to Kyle from 108. That looks like Kyle.
Or Kyla.
Or Kylie. Or,
Wait, is 108 Miss Collins?
I don't know. What does that look like to you?
Is 108 Miss Collins?
Whoa. Sorry. Now I just threw it. She needs to catch it. Kylie. That's what we're thinking.
From 108.
From 108.
If that's Miss Collins' class, then yes.
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. All right, so there we go. Let's have an amazing day. If you've got any questions, please call the office. And back over to Zoe. Have a great day.
Thank you for joining us on this magnificent Monday. Now please stand for the pledges.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today is a new day. I am the best principal I can be. I do my best schoolwork. I respect others. I play fairly. I am proud of all I do and say.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up.